And Horacio, I see your hand is up.
Yes, I just wanted to rescue some points that came on our New York team. I think there was some really important emphasis on bringing together communities and connecting communities, making sure that there's equality and equity in the solutions that are set forth, and also trying to enable environmental-based solutions by means of remediating some of the soil conditions. So just wanted to rescue those points that I thought were interesting and added value to what was already there.
Thank you, Horacio. Anyone else?
Yeah. So I was with the Jersey City group and we had a great discussion. Some points that came up were that people really want to see green solutions to flooding, and they want to see more green space throughout the city in general. We also want more access to fresh fruits and vegetables throughout the neighborhoods, and they don't want to see anyone displaced. That's something that is definitely a concern for people within Jersey City. Another thing that came up was that block associations are an important resource. They should be fostered and created to help people during during storm events, but during all sorts of events, they help keep the community strong. So that's what I heard, and it was a great discussion.
Awesome, thank you. Any others?
Hi, everyone. I'm Zeke, and I'll be speaking on behalf of the Bayonne group. We had a great discussion. What people really wanted to see, well, first, there was this framework to view opportunity as an asset and how that affects parks and open space. And people really wanted to see how preserving our people's ability to stay in our neighborhoods via flood protection was really key. How you can get people to stay in neighborhoods through the resilience aspects. People also really like the wetlands enhancement of different parks. And they really wanted to kind of see around, you know, continuing the good work at South Cove of connecting to Mockbee and other parts. And I'll close on this. People really thought, you know, how can a project be of value to the community outside of just resilience? What is the stakeholder support, the public's willingness to support a project? Oh, and one last thing, how long will the flood walls work? Like if you build a tall flood wall to X height, how long will that last? And, you know, as floods increase, how to mitigate against higher and higher floods.
Awesome, thank you, Zeke.
You're welcome.
I'd be happy to give a report from the deep dive. We had a really good discussion, especially about the evaluation criteria, including the threshold criteria. It was really brought to bear that we need to think very carefully about the language that we use when we set up the threshold criteria, especially when we start thinking about stakeholders and voices and champions and those types of things. So that was really valuable. And then we had an opportunity to also deep dive into some of the tools. Wish we had more time because I know that there's a lot of expertise on our breakout session. We just didn't have the opportunity to go into things as deep as I would have liked. But we had some really good feedback on terms of how do we evaluate these tools and how do we even present these tools. We need to make sure that we're not kind of setting ourselves up when presenting our toolkit in a very defined way. And I think we had some examples from the Hoboken project about presenting flood walls and how certain people have perceptions just of flood walls and what that means. So it's important to kind of think about all those other differentiating factors like adaptability and other views of those tools as we put them together.
Great, thank
Carly,
you.
if I
Yeah.
add one more thing from the deep dive, I think what really came to the surface when we talked about the criteria was how interrelated the categories of environment, community health, and equity were. Everyone started on one of those and ended up walking through the other two kind of automatically. So all of our notes on the board are clustered over those three criteria. So I think that's a big takeaway for me.
Awesome. And Saul, I see your hand is up. Feel free to
Hi,
unmute.
yeah. How you doing? I jumped in late and I'm so sorry that I missed it. I hope that I can catch up. I hope you guys are doing some type of replay. I'm actually a realtor, so I deal with all these areas, and I definitely know that everything that he just mentioned is highly important to not just myself, but all of my clients and all of definitely first-time home buyers, right? As well as all the residents that live there. There's also an area specifically, I don't even know if you guys covered it, in Newark, the riverfront area in Newark. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I guess I should see the replay. Where are you guys going to be playing that?
We have, so we're going to post you could go to the Facebook Live
Okay.
and replay, I think, pretty much immediately. And then we're going to post the presentation to YouTube, but the breakouts, we're not going to post the breakouts, but we have an app called the Iris app. You can also go to the website. You can email us and let us know where you think the important places to focus attention are. And as a realtor, it would be wonderful if you downloaded that app and took photos of stuff that you think needs to change. And you can take a photo, send it in to us, let us know your feedback, and you can even fill in surveys and things directly from that whenever and wherever it works for you.
The Iris app, you said, right?
Yep, it's called Iris, IRYS.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Car, I have a request.
Okay.
You hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Zach is, I guess, he's like a genius engineering, and he have a very good point. I would love to invite you guys to my lot with him and make some a physical study. I have a big lot in a waterfront and actually in a flood zone, and that could be helpful for me and for you guys to study this. If you like this, you guys are more than welcome to make this if you want. I don't know if you like it or not. I don't know who he is, but whatever he said is he have a very good point. I would love to study more physically in a real lot with a real flood zone.
Understood.
If that is, guys, can help you, yeah, if that will help you, you're welcome to come and use my lot and make a physical study if you guys want.
Thanks, Jimmy. We'll follow up with you. And
yes, actually, only with with all respect too, is only with Susan Mac, permission, because that's her category. And if this is helpful and she approve it, you guys more than happy to welcome to come and do some study in my lot.
Thanks for the
But
invitation.
Zach, I'm invite you in my lot anyway. I don't know who you are, but I'm invite you to come in over.
So hold on, Zeke, before you respond, we're over 8 p.m. So I just want to, and I see folks are starting to leave. So Megan dropped a link into the chat for a survey for, any additional feedback you might have, and also to let us know what you felt like worked about this meeting, and if you would attend a similar meeting in the future, obviously an advancement of what we talked about today. We'd love to know, and any feedback you have about getting the word out. So please complete that survey and look for our meeting in July. We're looking at the end of July. I think the date, it looks like it's going to be the 28th, but we'll confirm. So thank you all so much for your time. and have a wonderful evening.
Thanks.